Today we have Ms. Nikita and we have Mr. Toran from Hult International Business School. It's a big day for Skill Stork, for Warangal and Telangana. So to begin with the event, I request our International Program Principal, Ms. Sonal ma'am, to kindly start with the welcome speech.
A warm welcome to Mr. Toran, Ms. Nikita, Anup sir, and Ujjwala ma'am, and all of you for making it up on this nice, I don't know, I can't call it sunny, but a nice warm day, and a warm welcome to all of you. I'm not going to take a lot of time because I'm sure sir has a lot to speak. Mr. Toran will be taking you through all that they have to offer us at Hult. And then you'll be having a question and answer round. You can ask all your questions. So I'm sure you have loads of questions to ask them. Please make sure you clear all your doubts, listen. These sessions have been specially, we've been following up with them for a whole year to make it possible. And today, in spite of the Bandh, we've got it conducted here. So it is very important. And please pay attention, listen to everything that they have to tell you. Okay, and that's it from my end. Thank you.
We'll start the session with the lighting of the Diya event. I request Ms. Preeti and all our dignitaries to please come up.
About the course you took in, right? First law, and then later you got into Hult International Business School.
Yes.
I'm like, when I take up a course in university, and then I understand, like, I'm 80% out there and about to complete my college. Later, I understand that I can't do it anymore. But, it's not just practical, because your parents or the friends you have, the society you live in, they wouldn't just take it. I mean, even you, because this is the first time you are facing a backlash in life. And how can you take it? And like getting to another course, and you wasted these lot of time, like 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, it's as you say. I just stayed in the library and stayed the course. I didn't second guess it, and it is a very difficult thing to stand. The only thing I can say is, for those of you who have the ability and if life allows you to study overseas, not just at Hult, like anywhere overseas. Being 17, 18 is very tough. There's a lot of pressure that you put on yourself, or it comes from family, or it comes from society, or friends, wherever it comes from, it's there, right? You go to Boston, Boston asks nothing of you. All that noise goes away. For the first time in your life, you start to make decisions for yourself. So what I can say is that whilst it feels very difficult right now, being at home, it gets easier once you change up your environment completely. And there's no bigger practical learning than going into a new country, because no matter where you turn, you're out of your comfort zone. But with that comes also a much more honest conversation with yourself. What is it that makes me happy? And at least at Hult, the first year you take the general elective courses, the practical learning guides you towards what it is that you love. Before you choose a major and a minor, you have the opportunity to explore through the general electives, business courses. And you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be like, you have this little voice, you have this intuition inside of you, it matters. If the little voice is saying that something is not right, something's not right, most likely. Doesn't mean you know what it is yet, but there's something there. And intuitional leadership, we call it. We teach sort of 3 different types of leadership. It's the authoritarian leadership, which is very good in a crisis, like police, fire, the military, etc. You need that kind of structured leadership in a crisis. Then we have the eco-leadership, which is much more common with the academics at Hult, like the professors. Everyone just wants to be heard, and everyone talks, and they talk for hours and days without anything happening. And then we have the intuitional leadership, where it's like, I'm going to go with my gut, right, that something is wrong, but you're basing that on the experiences that you've had in your life. And the more of those experiences you have, the more you're going to learn to recognize that something's off. And you need these three types of approaches to leadership in different situations in your life. But for what it's worth, that intuition will come to you more and more. It is the hardest part right now, I promise.
I would like to thank you and appreciate the way you spoke very clearly and explaining all these things. But I'd also like to ask about how much do you charge the students for providing these opportunities from your university?
Yeah, it is expensive. For what I can say is that it's a US university and it costs the way that US universities in Boston cost. But it costs the same for someone from India and from the US. We are a private university, everyone pays the same, and there are scholarships that are the exact same for someone from the US or someone from India. And for that we have Nikita here, who is looking after this part of India. She's working for Hult full-time in Mumbai, and she is there to help answer these questions for you. For what it's worth, with all the extras that you get from Hult, with the personal coach, with the corporate clients, with a small campus in the middle of the city, we don't cost more than the other university in the Boston area. So you get a lot more for your money, I think, from Hult. But it is still a very expensive endeavor, like all other American universities. Absolutely. But there is someone here in Nikita who understands you, who understands your parents, who understands your culture, who understands where you're coming from, who you can talk to about all this, who is also there to help you through the application. And there are scholarships clearly advertised on our website that are there for you to apply for. Again, it's an American approach to this. Even if you want to go to the UK, it's an American approach to scholarships. 2 tips when you apply for scholarships, be it Hult or anywhere else. If you go to Hult, we have listed many different topics on our website. We love them all equally. We've only listed many different topics to make it easier for you to pick one that you want to write about. So there's no need to second guess that. And the second thing is, remember your audience. Could very well be a 55-year-old professor reading that scholarship essay. No abbreviations or TikTok language or anything like that. They will not understand what you're talking about. Those are my 2 tips when it comes to writing scholarship essays. But Nikita is the person you should talk to for all such questions. She is there for you, which is a STEM course in Boston, but you can also take it in London. It is finance, it is marketing, it is entrepreneurship, and it is management. Then we also have, as of this fall, psychology and design. But it's psychology for business and design for business. It's 2 fields where we see a lot of job adverts in the United States looking for. It's 2 fields where it's good to pair a design degree or a psychology degree with a business degree. So those are the majors that we offer at Hult International Business School as of right now.
So you've talked about personal strengths. So what's one skill or strength that you wish that more students had during their high school, and what are the more personal traits that you find more in the students?
Well, if I could wish for one thing, it's what I've said several times. It's a good question. I wish for students to try and focus more on who they are, to be more self-accepting and think, how can I lean into this? And to be very clear, I'm not suggesting to anyone that they go into the jungle and make pottery and art and everything's going to be fine. I am saying within any great organization, there are a myriad of different jobs. And thinking from the prospect of which suits me. I sat down to dinner with a gentleman yesterday. He was about to go to the University of Manchester. And he said, I really wanted to do international relations, but I choose this instead because I think it gives me more job security. Which is very, very understandable. It's how many students feel. But he was actively saying, I gave up on what I really, really wanted to do and I could get in because I think in 4 or 5 years' time, it's more likely that I'll get a job in this field. Which is fine. It's the tough decisions we all have to make, but at the same time, you want to make sure that within that field, what is it that you should be doing? Like, what is it that if you love, what example should I? If you love sports, we recently have developed a strategic partnership with FC Barcelona. If you want to work within sports, if football is the best thing you love in the world, but you know you're never going to be an athlete, you ask yourself, but I want to be in this environment. If I'm not going to be on the pitch, what do I dream of doing in and around the pitch? What would be a super fun job for me in and around this environment? That is the kind of thinking that I wish that the students would engage more in. Rather than thinking, this degree should give me a job, but what job? What is it that, where do you see yourself fitting in a bigger organization? And work towards that. And the characteristic that I wish for my students is the curiosity. Is that I really want to try everything. I'll try and see what happens. That growth mindset is so, so crucial to the student's own development. In that, kick the ball and see what happens, right? If we don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. And that mindset is extremely, and it may not agree with you, and you may not even like it, but you tried. You tried once and you know what it is. And I know it's there and it doesn't suit me, but at least I wanted to give it a go. Because otherwise life gets too boring, right? In my personal opinion. It is that you have to go and see for yourself and try it once, and then you'll know. But what if it's the greatest thing in the world that you missed out on? And then what a nightmare. You try it when you're 65 and you realize, I went through all of life missing out on something because I didn't try. So for Hult, that is, join these clubs. It's the drama society. You don't know how you feel about it until you put yourself in it, or you go to a West End show, or you hang out with them, or it might be the writing for the school newspaper. But there's so little risk and so much reward to pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, that it's really what I wish the students would be thinking of, personally. Another good question. Good job, Skill Stork. Doing well.
Welcome to Skill Stork. Hope your visit has been good. And I actually have two questions. One, what you're doing right now. Be honest, is it something you have always dreamt of? Are you enjoying it? Another one, as a future management consultant, hopefully, how would you describe your institute? What would you be able to offer to me?
Okay, two big questions. I'll start with the second one. What I can offer you that no one else can offer you is 150 plus nationalities all around you. Like, if management consulting is a lot about reading the room and reading the people that you have around you. And again, that is not something that you can read in a book. You have to go out and experience it. And I can give you that environment. So in that regard, that would be the biggest aspect in terms of what I can offer you. That diversity of the student body, to make you understand the world through the people that you meet. As for what I'm doing right now, the reason I love working for Hult has changed over the years. The first thing is that I get to disrupt. For me, it is education. Higher education is an industry that have operated the same way for hundreds of years, right? But what we have built here is very different. They would not, no university would build a campus in the middle of the city for just 1,000 students and just have 50 students in a classroom to a professor. That's not a scalable model to any finance person. But it is a better way to educate, we believe. And that is fun for me. It's fun to disrupt the education field, whether you work for Tesla or Uber or Airbnb or anyone who comes in and tries to do things different in a traditional field. I think that's really fun. The second thing is that I get to travel and I get to build. Like, I like to build stuff. I like to run by a campus and go, I remember when there was nothing there and now there's something there. To build something is fun. To disrupt is fun. But then it's also the students, the older. I didn't feel this way when I was 25 and I just started, but at 45 now, I I get to see an undergraduate student matriculate, and I get to see them graduate. And the person they become along the way, as you have children of your own, which I have, you become softer, right? So that becomes a big part of the experience as well, that I get to see you shake like a leaf on your first day, and then I see you make friends, and I see you do presentations for Amazon and Salesforce, and then I get to see you on the day that you leave. And the confidence and your head held high, and that is not nothing either later in life. So that is why it's fun. That is why, yeah, that's why we do a lot of things. Many people who get into education, that is what it is about.
As everyone is talking about how AI will take our jobs in the future,
Yeah.
how does Hult's curriculum align with the evolving needs of the job market?
Fantastic. There's a reason we do design and psychology as new majors at Hult, matched with a finance, with a business degree, because those are two fields where AI is running behind. We don't have an accounting major at Hult. We took it away. We took it away. You can still study finance and do accounting there, but we don't have an accounting major. Why did we take it away? Because we know AI will take a lot of accounting jobs in the future, and we cannot in good conscience charge people to teach them a profession we know is going to go through turbulent times. But more than anything, at the end of the day, we will force you on stage. We will force you to pitch, and we will force you to present, and we will force you to solve problems. And if you can use AI as a tool to help you in that, no problem. Traditional universities have a much tougher time, because it's like, what if someone else write the entire essay? Well, at Hult, you're not going to do that. At the end of the day, we're going to force you on stage. No robot can do that for you, right? So we're not so concerned. We use it in our teaching all the time as a tool to help you get the answers you need. But at the end of it, we will still have you in the spotlight, right? It's not like the AI can do that entire job for you. So it comes back to the skills development that we talked about, the diplomacy, the learning to learn, the critical thinking, whatever it is that you gravitate towards as a person, that still has to happen in the group work. So for us at Hult, we look at AI as the tool that you have next to you in your tool belt in order to get to the answers that you need. But at the end of the day, we will still put you on stage, and we will question you. And if you cannot give us good answers, you're going to not get a very good grade. So that is how we feel about AI at Hult International Business School. Excellent questions, guys. Everyone who had the courage to speak up, good job. I know it can be daunting. It was really good. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to all the students and sir for the Q&A round. And now we will start with the formal event. This has been one of the most engaging, most interactive, and Mr. Toren, you have hooked our children completely with your presentation, because our children are the most chirpiest bunch, and today was one day that for 1.5 hours, their eyes were just at you, and their ears were just listening at you, because I think you went to the ground reality of what a student really needs to understand. With the simplest example of arranging the apps in our phone to downloading the latest softwares, I think these are some things we don't look into or we understand, because it's so happening consciously or subconsciously, we don't get a chance or opportunity to reflect. Or because everything is very fast-paced for all of us. Everything is moving so quickly. In one of your presentations where you were talking about the CFO, the third point was to slow things down. I think that is something that we all need as educators also, to take one step back, reflect, and then move forward. And same goes for our students also. And we are really thankful that this few minutes of experience that you have shared with us is going to be gold for all of us and for all our students. And I think, yeah, means it's been fantastic. And also to my dear students, well, you have come up with some of the fantastic questions. In the classroom, things happen in the other way around, but today you have really come well prepared. So once again, good job. You should clap for yourself also. So with this, today I'll just take 2 more minutes and we'll get on the stage. It's a monumental day for all of us. And I would like to personally thank Ms. Nikita. to make it happen, because it's very difficult to have such collaborations, and to have collaboration of this magnanimity is not easy. It is tough. And to get people, get everyone, that too on a day where things are not working for us, and we all are here. To our dear parents, I think you have been fantastic. This is the support that all of us need to take us to the next stage, or else things will not work. As Sir rightly said, we will not be able to disrupt and bring change. So with this, we begin with the most important milestone for the school, Skill Stork International School, for Warangal, and also the state of Telangana. I request all their dignitaries to come on the stage. We will start with the formal ceremony of signing the MoU. Mr. Torin, Ms. Nikita, Anup sir, Sonal ma'am, Ujwala ma'am. And this partnership is going to bring on the professors of Hult, helping us build our skill sets, giving our students the global stage, where with the help of programs such as the Founders Lab that they have started in Hult, where we all can participate. And obviously the most important thing is the right people with the right mindset. That is a growth mindset. We need to build that amongst us. So this MoU outlines all those aspects. Also, students who are doing good with their academics, with the skills, as well as the interpersonal skills, will be offered scholarship based on their academics as well as the co-curricular, because all needs to be balanced together. With this, we signed our first formal MoU with Hult International Business School, and I think we can have a huge round of applause for this monumental day. Now, finally, Mr. Torin, I would like to take a few more minutes of yours. If we can finally let us know about the experience and the future for us with a small speech from your side.
I feel I've said a lot already. You've had to sit through and listen to me very patiently, and I do appreciate it. I am very, very happy to be here today to start something new between Skill Stork and Hult International Business School. It is not necessarily about you guys going to Hult in the end. It's about you finding your own paths through the collaboration that we have. The workshop that we like to conduct, the professors that come in, the new perspectives that we can bring, and for that to help you find what it is that you want to engage with and what you want to do. That is the biggest thing we can do for all of you and do for us together. Everyone as educators want this. Anyone who chooses to work in education, whether it be Hult or Skill Stork or anyone else, helping students find their way is a crucial part of it. And as was very elegantly said, and as I showed in the presentation, sometimes we get so wrapped up in filling our skill gaps that we forget this. So I hope today we can make a commitment together, a commitment that all of us, all of you will think about what this might mean for you, what it might mean for you. Because if you work within your strength zone, you're gonna have a fun job. You're gonna have fun at work. And if you have fun at work, you're likely to be successful. That is the order of things. That is the way that it has to work. So I hope that we can all achieve that together. As for Hult International Business School, we will not stop. Right? We build campuses in Shanghai, San Francisco, London, Dubai, Boston. We will continue because we believe in this type of education. We believe that this is the best way to learn about business. It may not be for medicine or engineering or other fields, but for business, we truly believe that this is the superior way to learn. And we want to share that with all of you now in the future. So I very much thank you all for listening today. Thank you all for having us here. And I look forward very much to meeting you guys again in the near future so that we can work on our skills in future workshops and masterclasses.
I could say this like a big thanks to Mr. Torin and of course Ms. Niharika, and a great appreciation to Ratnadeep, who is our UCC coordinator and senior secondary coordinator, our administrative team, both principals and other coordinators, and most importantly, to the students over here, parents and other team members. So way back, 12 years back, almost on the similar duration, I applied for Hult for my MBA, but I couldn't get through. But today I'm signing an MoU with you people, so I feel a kind of, kind of happiness here. So, thank you. And yes, my every start is kind of happened to be, or coincidentally, it's always going to be a challenging thing. And today, again, the same challenges. Band on one side. So, yes, on the front end, you could see the representatives from the Hult, the UCC coordinator, the administration, and you all people. But on the back end, today I would also like to thank student organizations, police department for supporting us, because like doing something, some event on a month is not so easy. But when I had mentioned them about this MoU signing and all, and again considering the other travel plans of Mr. Toran, immediately they had said yes for it, and they supported us, and today we could close this event so successfully. And also I would like, about this MoU, there are some key highlighters. So how many like this master class of Mr. Toran? Oh, great response, Mr. Toran, yeah. So it's a quite impressive class, right? Quite impressive presentation. The way the whole content was delivered, the whole thing was very effective. So like that, through this MoU, we are going to get a lot of master classes from Hult International Business School. So for that initiative, thank you, Niharika, thank you, Toran. And at the same time, it's going to enrich our student experiences during your course of time at Skill Stork by collaborating on our events. Like we do celebrate a lot of events, right? International Week, Literacy Week, maybe eventually we are going to come up with some business events too. So we are going to collaborate in terms of events and programs that primarily promotes experiential learning in our school, and also it brings in like global business understanding and skills development. On the other end, this is a big thank you for offering very crazy scholarships, which is almost equivalent to 8 lakh Indian rupees for our students if they are continuing with your, followed our 12th grade, if they are joining your institution. And on the other end, of course, to deliver the master classes, mentoring our children, and they're going to do a lot of strength-based workshops to nurture your leadership potential. I think that's a crazy opportunity for both of us, and definitely academic pathway. Many a times, like I do get a lot of queries, in particular during the time of enrollments or during the time of admissions. For the school is concerned, what next? After Skill Stork now, you are exposing them with quite a lot of things. What next? I think the next is this. If you are choosing the business part of it, business studies as your continuum. If you are choosing elsewhere, like it's just the start, not the end. So having said all this, so to particularly Mr. Toran and Ms. Niharika, thank you. So you traveled a lot, and rains on the other side, in spite of all the challenges, traveled a lot, and you made it. So thanks a lot. And once again, let's give a big round of applause for our representative of Hult Business School. Thank you very much.
Request Ujwala ma'am for the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's my honor and privilege to deliver a vote of thanks on this truly momentous occasion, the signing of memorandum of understanding between our school and the prestigious Hult International Business School. The MoU is not just a document, it symbolizes shared vision, a vision to build global perspectives, nurture future leaders, and provide our students with access to world-class learning experiences that transcends borders. We are excited about this journey. This collaboration promises to take us on, one filled with academic enrichment, cultural exchange, and unmatched exposure. I would like to express Heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Torren, Vice President of Finance and Operation at Hult International Business School, for not only being with us today, but also extending such generous support to make this partnership a reality. Your talk today gave our students a real-world insight, and your personal journey resonated deeply. I am confident that your words will inspire them to make informed and meaningful choices in their academic and professional paths. Sir, your belief in this collaboration and commitment to excellence in global education are deeply appreciated. A very special mention and sincere thanks to Ms. Nikita Marwa, Associate Director of Enrollment for Undergraduate Program in India. Your dedicated efforts, thoughtful coordination, and relentless enthusiasm has been instrumental in shaping this partnership. Nikita, you have brought energy, clarity, and warmth to every interaction, and we are truly grateful for your support. To all the dignitaries, educators, stakeholders present here today, thank you for being a part of significant milestone. Your encouragement and continued support is what makes collaborations like this possible and impactful. Let us move forward with same spirit of collaboration and aspiration that brought us together today. Thank you. Now I would like our director, Mr. Anup Irabelli, to kindly present a token of appreciation and love to our guests.
And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Torren. Thank you, Ms. Nikita. And thank you to all my dear students, my parents, to make it all possible. And I think with this enthusiasm and with this consistency, we will keep on moving ahead and build a better future for all of ourselves. Thank you once again. Thank you.